Talking about triangles and the exterior angle. So in 7th grade, you learned that all the angles in a triangle, the interior angles, if you added all the interior angles together, you'd get 180 degrees. So today we're going to talk about using two of they're called remote interior angles to find our exterior angle. So our exterior angle is the outside angle. So this right here, whoops, this angle right here is our exterior angle. So this angle right here. And then our remote interior angles are the two interior angles that are not touching the exterior angle. So this one here does not touch our exterior angle, and this one here does not touch our exterior angle. So these are remote angles. Remote means far away, and so they're the farthest away from our exterior angle. All right, so our formula is to take remote 1, add it to remote 2, and it'll give us our exterior angle. So if we did this, and the reason this works is because if you look, and you don't have to draw this, but if we were to do this right here, we would know that this exterior angle plus this interior angle would equal 180 degrees. So whatever this is has to equal what those two are, because then it would equal that 180 there. So that's why that formula works. So we take, first thing we're going to do, step 1 is to label our angle. So this is exterior angle. I'm just going to label this one remote 1 and this one remote 2. So it says take remote 1. We labeled this remote 1, so we're going to take 3x plus 5. We're going to add it to remote angle 2, which was 4x. We're going to set it equal to 8x minus 14. So remote 1 plus remote 2 equals our exterior angle. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to look to see if we need to distribute. There's no parentheses, so we don't distribute. Step 2, we're going to look to combine. So I'm going to cover up this side and see if there's anything over here that I can simplify. I can put these two together, so I'd have 7x plus 5 equals 8x minus 14. So there's nothing more to simplify, so now I'm going to move. I'm going to take these x's and move them to this side. So the opposite of 8 positive x's is to subtract 8 and x. That will leave me with 0 x's on that side, but to keep it balanced, I do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm left with negative 1x plus 5 equals that zeroed, leaving me with negative 14. Now that all my x's are on the same side, my x's become stuck. Now this is stuck, and now I undo my constant. So to get rid of a plus 5, I subtract 5 to both sides, leaving me with negative 1x equals negative 19. I only want x. Right now I have a negative x, or a negative 1x. So the opposite of timesing is to divide by the exact same thing, leaving me with x equals 19. So again, it's a matter of setting up that formula, that equation. All right, so this one here, so this wants us to find x, and then it wants us to find the measurement. Remember, this stands for measurement of angle, QRS. So you're going to trace Q to R to S. Wherever you make your turn, you trace it just like it tells you, and wherever you turn, that is the angle that you're looking for. So we're looking for this angle right here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to label our angles. So here's my exterior angle. It's on the outside. This is remote 1. This is remote 2. And you could have labeled this one remote 2 and this one remote 1. It wouldn't matter. Next, we put it into our formula. So we take remote 1, which is 25. We add it to remote 2, which is 2x plus 3. Set it all equal to our exterior angle, which is 3x minus 17. Next, I look for parentheses. No parentheses, so I don't need to distribute. Now I combine on each side. Is there anything over here that I can combine? So I end up with 28 plus 2x. There's nothing on this side, so I bring it down. Now I can see I have x's on both sides. I need all of my x's to the same side. So to get rid of 3 positive x's, I need 3 negative x's. And I put it right underneath my x's. That will leave me with 28 minus 1x equals, again, those zeroed out, leaving me with negative 17 on that side. Now that all my x's are on the same side, they become stuck. I undo a positive 28 with a negative 28, leaving me with negative 1x equals negative 45. Last step is to divide by a negative 1, giving me x equals a positive 45. So that's not my missing angle. That's telling me that x is 45. Again, I'm going to trace. I need to find the measurement of angle. So if I traced, I'd go Q to R. R is where I make my turn. So I now know that wherever I see an x, I'm going to replace it with my 45. So this would be 2 times 45 plus 3. So 2 times 45 is 90. 90 plus 3 is 93. All right, the last one. Step 1, label your angles. So we're going to label. We have an exterior angle here, remote 1, remote 2. Step 2, you're going to take remote 1, which is 6x, add it to remote 2, which is 15x minus 12, set it all equal to our exterior angle. I look to see if I need to distribute. There are no parentheses, so I'm not distributing, but I can combine like terms on this side. So 6x's and 15x's gives me 21 total x's. I didn't use my minus 12, and there's nothing on this side that I can simplify. Now I see I have variables on both sides. I need to move my variables to one side, so I'm going to get rid of 19x's by subtracting 19x's. But to keep my weights balanced, I got to do it to both sides. That will leave me with 2x minus 12 equals, whoops, this zeros and leaves me with 2 on that side. So now I'm going to add 12 to both sides, leaving me with 2x equals 14. Last step, right now x is being multiplied by 2, so the opposite is to divide by 2, leaving me with x equals 7. So that tells me that x equals 7. This wants 2. It wants the measurement of angle INM. So I'm going to start. I went I to N. I turned at N and went to M. So I want this angle right here. So I have 19. Instead of x, I'm replacing it with 7 plus 2. And then the other angle I want, I'm going to use blue for that, is angle L. Sometimes we'll just say find angle L, which is this one right here. So that one is 6 times 7. So this angle measure is 42. And this one would be 19 times 7, 133. And then I add 2, which is 135.